So Six Flags America is finally closing its doors by the end of this year, and so this is a good idea to kind of do some predictions on where they can relocate their existing roller coasters and putting them to other parks because these coasters need to have a home. So, where are they going to be? So, and some coasters may be scrapped, but we're going to be discussing where the coasters could possibly go next. So, in case you don't know where this park is located, this is going to be located. It's located in Upper Morabora, Maryland. So this is like close to Baltimore. This is where the White House is and everything. So this is near that area, and this park will be permanently closing. This is never gonna reopen. This is gonna permanently shut down. So it's sad to hear from many guests and people that the park's closing and stuff. I know people are gonna miss riding the coasters. I mean, if the coasters could find a new home, then they could experience it over there. But the location will be missed. So basically, this is a park that I've never been to, but I would really wanted to go here. But I've also heard some negative reviews that they have very bad operations and stuff. But what about what about the lineup? The lineup is absolutely just fine, but they only got this one B&M coaster, um, Firebird. So first things first, let's get started. All right, so starting things off, Superman Ride of Steel. This is their Intamin hyper coaster, and many people say that this is a fun coaster, and it is built by Intamin. It's not a B&M hyper coaster, though it's still smooth. Though I don't think that it's rough or anything. It's not a bad ride or anything. I've really never ridden this, so I wouldn't really tell you or kind of judge you how it really feels like or something. But this ride is kind of tough to kind of get a prediction on where this park could be going. So this is a really long and very, it's really big and something. So when you walk up to it, it'd be like, oh, this looks like a fun coaster. It has a fun drop and everything. So where could this coaster go? Well, it's really tough to say whether they're gonna scrap it or relocate it because this is Intamin, and Intamin are known for having a lot of downtime issues, and so these parts are probably gonna be not like usable anymore. So this could be its last stand. So I probably would take a best guess that I don't think any parks would want to buy this coaster. So my best guess is that this coaster could potentially get scrapped, sadly. I know people would miss Superman Ride of Steel, but there are other ones that out there like Six Flags Darien Lake, or there's one at Six Flags New England and stuff. But this is probably a unique layout. But this ride is probably gonna be over, so I don't think this is gonna be going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, this is completely gone. So yeah. Up next is Batwing, and this is really easy to kind of predict on what is going to happen to this ride. Well, I know it would be kind of funny though if they relocate this to Carowinds while they already took down their Flying Dutchman Nighthawk, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, this is Coaster Force's clip that I'm borrowing, so just to keep in mind. But this ride, I don't think it's gonna be going anywhere else. We've seen these coasters, these Como Flying Dutchmans, already kind of get dismantled in a couple of parks already, such as Kings Island's Firehawk. They took that down to make room for Orion, their B&M Giga, and then they got rid of Nighthawk because it's having a lot of issues, maintenance problem and stuff. So that ride is completely gone. And there's also other ones too. I think that's all I know that's been gone. And Stealth also at Great America. They're at California's Great America in Santa Clara. It's been completely gone. So a lot of these are no longer going to be built ever. This is probably going to be the last one standing. And then once the park's closed, this is completely gone. I know it's sad to hear, but that is just totally the truth. This ride will be completely gone, never to be relocated and we'll never see it again. Up next is Joker's Jinx. This is a Premier Rides LIM launch coasters. This is not using the SLMs like West Coast Racers, that's Magic Mountain, or Full Throttle at the same park, or any of the Skyrocket 2s. This is just like a coaster like you will see um, Poltergeist also, its clone, sister coaster there at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. I don't know if this is going to be relocated, but there could be a chance that we could see this at another park. I mean, uh, I think that Six Flags Grand Adventure would work well with this. I mean, technically they used to have Batman the Robin uh, and the Chiller, but that one's been demolished. So I can see that Great Adventure could get this, or another Cedar Fair park and just make it completely indoors. So it'll make it like Flight of Fear or something. But it's really tough to say. But it'd be kind of like funny to see this go to Michigan's Adventure though. So Firebird is coming up, and this is their only B&M in the park. However, I do hear from some people that this coaster is kind of rough. It has a rattle to it, but this is probably kind of one of the older B&Ms. This is was known as Iron Wolf at Six Flags Great America, and they relocated to this park, Six Flags America, but it was originally there at Six Flags America as Apocalypse. The track was black. And the rails were, instead of red, it was orange, and the spines also. So it was known as Apocalypse stand-up coaster, and then in some time they converted into a B&M floorless coaster. Like Rougarou and Vortex at California Grand America and stuff like that. So I'm not sure where this could possibly go, but I'm probably thinking on the top of my head right now is that Six Flags Over Georgia needs another B&M, so maybe like a top-notch 5 B&M coasters, like a floorless roller coaster, because they got already a B&M stand-up with Georgia Scorcher. So what about a floorless coaster? I think that would be okay over there, but this is a B&M coaster. It could potentially get scrapped. You never know. Okay, it's now Raging Cajun's turn. So, well, this is a family spinning coaster. I know a couple Six Flags parks already have something like this. Like there's Sidewinder Safari at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. There's also Raging Cajun. I think at Six Flags Great America. That might have been closed already, but they have a couple of these, and I don't think that Six Flags Fiesta or Over Texas would get this because they already got something similar to it. So they already got like Pandemonium, which is pretty close to this. So parks that I can see this get maybe is Six Flags New England or Six Flags Darien Lake. Maybe they can get something like this, or Frontier City. Maybe they'll do good over there. But it's really hard to tell where this could possibly go. It could end up being scrapped. This could be like potential overseas, like in China, parks in Japan or something. But it's really hard to tell until we really look harder on RCDB, or if they made an announcement or somehow. But these relocations are kind of hard to predict. But again, my best guess is this would be going to somewhere like Six Flags New England, uh, because they don't have something like that over there. So, anyway, where do you think this will go? Please post your comments below. Okay, up next is Professor Screamore's Skywinder. In this footage, this is the old colors from Mindy Racer. Actually, the colors now are like a yellow orangish track with like red supports or burgundy. So, and this is Coaster Force that I'm trying to borrow here. So, anyway, this coaster, this SLC can easily be relocated. I just think it might be overseas. I don't really think it's gonna go to a Six Flags park. I don't think any Six Flags park will want this because there's already SLCs in their park. So probably somewhere in China. I think this park is going over there, or potentially this could either also get scrapped. But I think my best guess it will be overseas somewhere in China. Anyway, um, Where do you think this ride is gonna be relocated? This is actually one of the worst rides at the park, according to what I heard. So, if you know where this is going, please post a comment. All right, guys, we're moving on to our next coaster that we will predict where it could go. Guys, I don't see a possibility for this to be relocated, but most likely. So here's the thing. Most likely, I don't think any of the wooden coasters will be relocated. Most of the time, they just scrap them, because they're expensive to keep retracking and stuff, and hard to maintain. So, uh, but as good as it is, people are expecting this to go somewhere in Michigan's Adventure or um, at a Hershey Park or Cedar Fair, but I don't really like see this ride going any of those parks because they already have like wooden coasters. At least most parks do have wooden roller coasters. This is just their fun classic Woody. But as sad as it is, my best guess is that this ride sadly will be scrapped. I don't really see this go anywhere else. I mean, Frontier City. If you were thinking about that, I don't even know if there's even room for this. But my best guess is that this ride will most likely be scrapped and will not be relocated. And this is Coaster Force's video once again. I'm trying to borrow here. So yeah, so this ride, I don't think is going anywhere else in the park. Will just be scrapped while Six Flags America shuts down. And last but not least is Roar. This is another wooden coaster in the park, and technically I don't see this going anywhere. I don't think they're gonna relocate and then give it the RMC treatment. I don't really see that happen. Although a lot of people would expect that. I mean, they would want that really to happen, but I just don't see it. And this never got RMC'd. And as sad as it is, it's gonna be closing by the end of this year. So there's no chance that they're gonna RMC it really quick this year. I don't see that happening. But this coaster is completely rough. It's painful. It uses those, I think, PTC trains or CCI trains, which is making it really rough. They should have just used those Millennium Flyer trains to make it smoother, but it's too bad. I don't really see this go anywhere else. At another park. I don't think any other parks will buy this coaster. So this is not being relocated. So the same thing as a Wild One, this will not be anywhere else in the park. So this would really be kind of sad to hear like completely get scrapped. But I don't think this is going to be going anywhere. I mean, it is a solid wooden coaster. I mean, if you add Millennium Flyer, it would be smoother. But I just, or if you RMC it, it would be completely good. But this will be a sister clone, though, if they were to RMC this to Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I just don't see this go anywhere, though. So for the coasters, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just forgot to do a Great Chase. I didn't really include it here because there's really no footage for that one. So, but that's really, really hard to predict because no one really cares about kiddie coasters. So we don't really know what's gonna happen to the Great Chase. But technically, you know, the coasters here seems to be, their lineup seems to be just good, but when a park closes, of course, it's really is sad to hear, and will be dearly missed. But when a park closes, that means they probably just want to close it because, or not a lot of people go there. It's not making enough money, or maybe it's sitting in a good prime real estate, maybe for apartments or new housing developments, and so that's probably what's going to replace it. And technically, when it comes with rides, of course, that is the thing that people would like to kind of be curious where these rides are going to be heading to. So, just to keep in mind, Great Chases wasn't included, but I don't think we would know where that's going to be going. Anyway, where do you think these coasters will go? Post your comments below. I'll see you guys in the next